When you first launch Revit, you'll be greeted with the home screen, kind of welcomes you to the product and gives you some options to open and create new files. Now, I'm going to focus on opening a file here. And let's look at the left-hand side of the home screen here. You'll see that tall gray bar there, and it says models and families. So that shows us two different kinds of Revit files are available to us. Now, for this course, we're going to focus on models, and in a lot of your work, you're going to spend most of your time in models. These are your project files that contain most of your building geometry and data. A family file is more like an individual component or an item that you would place in a model. So maybe it's a piece of equipment or furniture or a door or window. So it's actually possible to open those items directly and do work on them. Now, as I say, we're not going to be doing that here, but that's why there's two different entries in that location. So when you want to open a file to start working, you just simply use this open button right here, and that will take you to a browse window. I'll go to this desktop link here and then into my exercise files folder. Now, it doesn't matter which file you open, quite frankly. You can open up any file that you have available to you, and then you just simply click the open button here to display that model. And the most important thing I want you to see right now is that there's a pretty dramatic change to the user interface when we do that. So this is your standard Revit user interface, and we'll explore this more in detail later. But notice that when you've opened that first model, that home screen gets hidden. Now, if there's ever a reason that you want to get back to that home screen, you can actually do it directly from here without closing the model. There's an icon at the very top of the screen here that lets you get back to the home screen. Control D is a keyboard shortcut to that, so that's another way to do it. And notice that takes me back to that same home screen. Now, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll also see a models and a families area here as well. And notice that the file that I just opened is now under the recent files area under models. So Revit will keep track of several of the most recently opened files in both areas, models and families, so that if you want to get back to those, you can quickly do that by just clicking on one of those shortcut links. Now, we still have our model open, so to get back to that, we can use this arrow button right here, or Control D again would toggle you back, and that redisplays that model file. Now, when you're done working for the day and you want to close the model, it's as simple as going to the File menu and coming down here and choosing Close. And of course, that will display the home screen once again, because now all model files have been closed.